What it do, YouTube? It's Coffee. Back at it, man. And I need your guys' help deciphering what Elon Musk is talking about here. And if you believe it's true, man, he's saying the very fabric of the democratic process in the US of A is under attack and could never be the same if Trump doesn't get in office. Is this actual factual comment? And let me know what you guys think about this. He said, I'm a little late to this. Is 2 days ago we threw this up. He said, very few Americans realize that if Trump is not elected, this will be the last election. Far from being a threat to democracy, he is the only way to save it. So he's saying, like, I don't know if he's saying flat out, like, this will be the last election, period, or like the last one that truly reflects what democracy is supposed to be. Now, I know some individuals will probably argue that we're already so far removed from that at this point, prior to, like where we're at now already. But let's carry on. Let me explain. If even 1 in 20 illegals become citizens per year, something that the Democrats are expediting as fast as humanly possible, that would be about 2 million new legal voters in 4 years. So, is that facts, y'all? Are the Democrats expediting this process as Elon's saying? And is this a plan that they're like, is this all put into place off rip? And, how will they assure, like, that they will vote in the way in which that they want them to? The voting margin in the swing states is often less than 20,000 votes. That means if the Democratic, he puts in quotes, party succeeds, there will be no more swing states. Moreover, the Biden-Harris administration has been flying asylum seekers, which he also quotes, who are fast-tracked to citizenship directly into swing states like PA, Ohio, Wisconsin, and Arizona. It is a surefire way to win every election. So, as some of those questions that I was asking, is he saying this is a plan? Is it being put into play for this exact reason? Now he, as we read further along, that's exactly what he's saying. He's saying that they are doing this with an agenda to just neutralize and end all these swing states and, make them for sure states that electorally the Democrats will win, according to Elon Musk. America then becomes a one-party state and democracy is over. The only elections, in quotes, will be the Democratic Party primaries. This already happened in Cali many years ago following the '86 amnesty. The only thing holding Cali back from extreme socialism and suffocating government policies is that people can leave Cali and still remain in America. Once the whole country is controlled by one party, there will be no escape. Everywhere in America will be like the nightmare that is downtown San Fran. So, talk to me about downtown San Fran, y'all, for those in the know. You know what I mean? Comment, subscribe to the channel, hit the buttons for me if you're new. We talk news topics over here, music, news, sports, and more. For the new individuals out there. But I often like to share with y'all that I like to just hop on here often. Like, don't get me wrong, I put out productions that I research heavily and piece together certain ways, but I also like to just see a topic and hop right on the fly and just think out loud and open that comment thread to talk to everyone out there. That we can, I feel like that way engages the comment section in a more intriguing, fascinating, and enlightening way personally. But yeah, what's downtown San Fran looking like? Is it a cold mess like a lot of other downtown areas we're seeing across the good old US of A? And do you guys think that this plan really is in place in which Elon is speaking of? And if it is, how can they for sure, influence those illegals that they're talking about and fast tracking them to citizenship and all that? Like, how can they assure which way they will vote? Talk to me about it, y'all. And he put that up in a response to this tweet, M. Muse, that was saying, all according to plan. Guess how many migrants are eligible for naturalization under the current rules? 9 milli. And that was in response to this tweet here from Mike Lee, who was saying, Democrats insisted non-citizens don't vote. On that basis, they blocked the SAVE Act. Now that thousands of non-citizen voters files are being discovered in state after state, Democrats are trying to stop those states from removing non-citizens from their voter files. Infuriating. And he threw that up in response to this post from Leading Report that said, breaking, DOJ said it is suing Alabama for trying to remove non-citizens from its voting lists. And what's this right here? Make it make sense when a valid ID is required. Boarding a plane, getting a prescription, applying for a job, cashing a check, applying for food stamps, driving, getting married, adopting a pet, buying alcohol. When a valid ID is not required, voting. So there's a hell of a diagram there. Is that facts, y'all? Is that how it really is? Don't you have to have your voter registration? Which, if that is indeed what it is, I do gotta say those things are like remember when the sickness was going around and like Antonio Brown had his fake treatment for the sickness paperwork, how just fugazi those were, that they just seemed like they were asking for people to fake those. The voter registration or whatever the fuck is called is kind of like that too. Like it just looks like a half crumpled ass piece of paper. Like when you get the damn thing, it's already looking like it's been ran through the ringer and the wash machine in a pocket of dirty jeans that were worn for a week about 4 times, But yo, I want to share something. And again, everyone, please comment. Very intrigued to hear from y'all. All the new viewers out there, please subscribe. We've been delving into a lot of these political matters a lot more as of late. Elon Musk, man, this guy really loves Trump, man. Ever since the assassination attempt, he really, really is like hard body pushing for Trump. I don't know. I'm not saying he wasn't a Trump guy before that, but like it's on another level, the way that he's been, since then with his support of Trump. Like he really, really wants to be Team Trump on another level. But something I wanted to share with y'all about this ID thing, man. Peep this. I have a family member that is born in Canada, Native American. The nation that they belong to, their native tribe, is a part of a group of tribes, right, that is on both sides of the border. So in Ontario, Canada, and in New York, US of A. Because of that status, right, they are automatically dual citizens, right? They possess dual citizenship since birth, their whole life. Now in New York, this is a regular thing with these particular tribes, you know what I'm saying? But when we moved to Florida, they busted her balls about it a bit, you know what I mean? And she had paperwork from, like the native, like the nation, blood count, quantum blood. I forget the exact name of it, but it, traced back her roots and her Native American blood and everything like that, and showed like this is what she indeed is. And again, New York State, she's dual citizen. went to Florida. They gave her some problems, but they still said she was a citizen. But they gave her like the kind of ID and license with the star in the corner, like a temporary jump off, which I think some people that don't have full citizenship get or are in the process of it, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I know it's like considered a temporary license where she had to go down once a year and renew that thing. But they still recognize her as a citizen. When she went on a cruise where you need a passport, she didn't have one. She just went with her ID and that quantum blood paperwork from her, native nation or whatever, and she was good to go. They let her rock with that. But since then, we moved again to the desert. And this state that we're in, out in the desert, tells her, you are not a U.S. citizen. We've been through every way, every angle to try to, fix that. And they just have been telling her to go fluck herself. So she can't get ID. She can't do nothing. You know what I mean? It's been very tough, man. See what else people are talking about. How does this make sense? Under what statute is this okay? This is bordering treason. The feds has no jurisdiction. Stay in your lane, DOJ. You can't make this up. The Biden-Harris administration is corrupt to the core. I want to link another video I just did, y'all, as well. If you guys are enjoying this video, once again, please join the discussion in the comments. That's what it's all about, hearing from y'all, the people over here. And with a lot of these political matters and stuff, I'm very, as I like to point out when I make content, I talk, again, on music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more, right? But I'm not the kind of guy that gets on here and fronts like I know everything or like I'm an expert on things. You know what I'm saying? I often say to y'all, I'm just a schmuck getting on here, speaking into a device and making some content to talk with y'all, But certain topics, based on my knowledge, I'll feel different about delivering takes and standing on business with them, right? Like yo, I'm talking my ish, and I know what I'm talking about. You feel me? When I don't know or am unsure about things, I will share y'all with y'all as well. So with that being said, in this current discussion that we're having in this video, I am not ashamed to say I'm a bit confused by this. It's a lot. So more or less what I'm telling y'all is I'm very intrigued, and I'm trying to motivate y'all to join the discussion. Like, let's get some good comments, good discussions going in this thread. Help me understand this. Can this all indeed be true? But this other video that I was telling y'all about that I'm going to pin in the comments, please go check it out. It is about the indictment of New York City Mayor Eric Adams and how Trump predicted it. And, there's some analysts, news analysts slash political analysts, that are theorizing that, Diddy's federal investigation and how active the feds got with it all was triggered by his association slash affiliation with the mayor who was indicted, who is out on bail and still or not bail, just released on his own recognizance, still has his passport. And they're just telling him, hey, don't associate yourself with anyone else in the indictment. Steer clear of those individuals, and we're not going to fluck with you. You will not need to post bail. He also is free to carry on with his mayor duties. But yeah, man, check that video out. I'm very interested to see what y'all got to say about that one as well. Our DOJ is captured. They don't like being interrupted while cheating. We're going to read these last three comments, and then we'll close this out, guys. Of course they are. Drag Merrick Garland before an immediate congressional oversight inquiry at Jim Jordan. Enough is enough. Charge him with election interference and treason for giving aid and comfort to enemies of the U.S. by allowing them to vote. Why would anyone do that? Because they want to cheat? They imported voters. How is that democracy? And then last comment here that we're going to read. There's plenty more on here. Breaking. Alabama allowed non-citizens on the lists. Seriously, how did it happen to begin with, and what's being done to correct the problem? So, a lot of good questions there. Let's see who this Jim Jordan is here, who they say dragged Merrick Garland before an immediate congressional oversight inquiry. Enough is enough. Charge him with election interference and treason for giving aid and comfort to enemies of the U.S., allowing them to vote. Jim Jordan, proudly serving Ohio's beautiful 4th District Chairman, Judiciary GOP, weaponization, fighting to do what we said. So there y'all have it, man. Elon Musk is saying this process is already been going on. Do you believe it to be true? Again, if you do, let's talk about it a little bit. How can they ensure who these fast track citizens slash illegal citizens will vote for? Which is something Migrants is discussed in that other video I'm going to pin as well. Everyone, please check that one out. It's a long video, but there's a lot to talk about on that one. And, do you believe what Elon is saying is facts, that if Trump is not the winner of this election, democracy in the US of A is going to be done off? Thanks for watching. Look forward to talking with y'all. Subscribe and stay tuned for updates. It's Coffee, and I'm gone, y'all. Peace.